Welcome back to Week in Movie Bros, where I did try my HBOMax this time, and it is not buffering, so we should be okay.
Unless we start this commentary and it starts buffering.
Hey, or it's not fucking jinx that shit, Zach. What is going on over there?
Can I talk to you a little bit? Me and Jacob are doing commentary. Thank you. Bye. Anywho. That was my Google Home letting me know there was a call.
You have a Google Home?
Yeah, I have a Google Home Mini.
When did you get a Google Home?
My beautiful girlfriend gave me one.
Is it because you're thinking of murdering people and you're just like, I want the world to know, so I'm just gonna let it secretly inherit my conversations the whole time?
Not at all. She gave me. Oh, did I even show you? She gave me a Google Home and what I want to use for our commentaries and podcasts, but I can't until I get an audio jack cord. Some JBLs.
Oh, okay. Is it Bluetooth? Is your laptop have Bluetooth?
It does, yes, but I have to do it for the controller, so that way they can't hear the movie.
Yeah.
Anywho, besides the point. Hey Jacob, what are we attempting again today?
So we're going to watch Wonder Woman 1984. As you guys have noticed, I really tried my hardest to get it off the channel before anything, was happening. But we have already tried this once before, and it didn't go well. So we are trying it again. And I had already checked in things, and I'm not buffering, and we should be fine. I do want to give everybody a heads up, though, in case you're not planning on watching it with us, but you do plan on watching our reaction to the movie. You have until, the 24th, I think is when it expires, which is just in a very few short amount of days. And, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about everything.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys would like to know the journey of the last time we tried to do this, we tried to watch two separate films and neither worked. Resulted in season 3 premieres.
Yeah, I would also like to ask you, Zachary, in case they weren't there the last time, which is a highly possibility, and they didn't see it. What were your opinions about Wonder Woman? Are you excited to watch this?
So here's my thing. I said it last time, and I will.
I've been here, so just go ahead and repeat.
I'm just
reiterate. Just repeat.
I will say it again. The first time we watched this, we both thought it was a masterpiece. And I now feel as though I had syndrome of, coming out going, wow, this movie was perfect. There was nothing wrong with it. And then I slowly realized the, movie issues that this movie has. And honestly, thinking about it, it's just some plot points and some character development that I have issues with in the movie, and a blatant plot hole that involves Justice League that they bring into this film that is never used at all prior to this movie. A certain thing she can do in this film that she can't do apparently in BVS and or Justice League.
I mean,
never does.
I just don't think they just do it. I just think she can. I just don't think they show it. I don't think that's a blatant plot hole.
It's a blatant plot hole. We'll get to it when we get to it.
I don't. I definitely don't at all.
I think one villain's strong, one villain does not.
I don't even think one of these villains actually classifies as a villain.
I do, but we'll get to him or her when we get to him or her.
10 seconds, what are you talking about?
And I absolutely hate the ending of this movie. Not the ending, but the tacked on Hallmark ending.
Oh, see, I enjoy that. I like that.
We'll get to that too, but that's my thoughts. Jacob?
You didn't really actually answer the question if you're looking forward to watching it. You just told me your opinions.
I am looking forward to watch it because the last time I watched this film, I watched it in 4 parts.
That is true. Our experience, Wonder Woman, we went and saw it in theaters, like he said. on the 26th after Christmas,
We
and
both love it.
I thought it was amazing. It was everything I wanted, and things. And then we watched it at home, and it was trash.
Mhm.
That's the best way to put it. I don't think it was the movie that was trash. I just think the experience was trash, in my opinion. Zachary could have a different one. And then I watched it on my own, like, I don't know, 8-9 days ago, something like that. It was like last week, maybe the week before. No, it had to be like last week. And I really liked it. I had problems with it, and we'll talk about it as it happens. I think because of the ways they wanted to shot this movie and they showed this movie, it really undercut some characters, one character in particular, and it just makes me a little aggravated, and things. And so yeah, the only good part though is seeing this 4 times is that these 2.5 hours is going to take like a blink. So that's the only good thing, because this movie is slow, and the first time you watch it, I think the slowness is good. I don't think there's any problems with the slowness.
The pacing was a lot better in theaters.
Repeat viewings, it's not as fun. It's not as like, okay, let's fast forward, because there's
Let me
just
ask you one thing before we start. Do you think this movie needed to be 2.5 hours long?
I mean, I will still say to this day, I would have sat there for another hour. And there's certain parts of this I would have still sat there. I would wish there was much more conclusions.
But do you think they could have cut stuff from this film and it would have made the time a little bit easier to work with?
I don't know if they should have cut things. I think they should have focused on other things. I think the timing is fine. I think where they decide to lay their time is the problem.
That's fair.
But I said we should go ahead and jump into it. Instead of just secondhandly talking about it for people who've never seen it before.
Okay.
It will be available in theaters if there's a theater near you. Until it's out of theaters, then it'll go on PVOD, then it'll come out on DVD, and then it'll go to HBOMax. It's basically the rest of the runtime after the next 6 days. And if you love it so much, you better be watching it a lot, So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Then I'll pause it and we'll get ready because I'm still 1 minute and 24 seconds in. That's about as far as I got the last time. We posted a new podcast in case you guys are interested in watching that. It's up on the channel. It will ask for you to be 18 years and older because I was really mad that night and I put the F word in the title. And YouTube, I guess, did not like the fact the F word was in the title without asterisks, because I know I put the F word in the title with asterisks before. It's been fine. So, fun and facts for you out there, creators.
Asterisks.
Asterisks are important. For sure. But we're on all the other podcasts in case you don't know. What's wrong? What's wrong?
The little purple lights won't stop going in concurrent order.
What do you mean? They won't stop going in concurrent?
Jacob, it's doing the B word.
No, we'll just wait. We'll just give it a second. We'll see what happens.
Jacob.
I do just want to show that we are trying to watch this movie.
It won't even let me
this time. What?
It won't even let me exit the movie to fix it. Oh, wait, there it is.
Can you go back to your home menu and close HBOMax?
Oh gosh, I'm trying.
Like how you hit the home button on the PlayStation remote?
Grogu, I can't see, buddy.
Have you hit the home button on the PlayStation?
I hit the home. I'm going to close.
All right, close the application and then open it again.
That's what I'm doing.
And then we'll try. If it does not work this time, we are not trying again, and we'll just not know my opinions. We won't do it.
If it doesn't work,
so inclined to know what we thought about Wonder Woman 1984, we will film a spoiler review if you're inclined. Okay.
If this does not work tonight, that's exactly what we're doing after this stops.
Well, no, we're gonna try to watch another movie because we promised the movie today, and we'll do one. And we have 2 on Amazon, so I'll just make them watch it. It's fine. It's fine.
No.
Yeah, that's fine.
No.
Yeah, it's fine.
No,
He's watching it on Thursday anyways. I don't know what his big problem is.
because I'll be mentally ready for Thursday. I'm not ready yet.
Oh my
Grogu.
god, you can't keep using this excuse for every horror film I put you through. I'm not mentally ready. Oh my god, let me
No, I
put up my
damn sure will.
It just makes me want to watch it more. When he says he's not mentally ready, like I want to put him through that because he's
Grogu,
not mentally ready.
will you stop licking the TV stand? Get down. Sorry about that, folks. My little green guy was refusing to let go of the damn TV thing.
He's not green though.
No. What are you attacking? Anyway. Okay.
My big puffball is just sleeping underneath the couch.
If only I was so lucky. Okay. Here we go. I'm going back to 0-0. Buffer. Hey, there we go. Okay. Let's see how well this goes.
Mm-hmm. Oh no. Oh no.
Please tell me you're kidding.
Yeah, my headphones just got stuck around my finger. It's all good. I just cut off circulation.
That's just wrong. This movie gives us crisis enough. We do not need you screaming no, when reality was nothing to do with the damn film.
It was a no moment.
I don't give a go. We had enough with this movie.
Are you ready? Let's start this movie.
Okay. X in 3, 2. I'm at 5 seconds.
I don't care. We're just gonna watch.
Okay.
All right, Zachary, tell us why you think you might like this opening.
Oh no, I love this opening. It's the best part of the movie.
No, tell us how you think, because ultimately you're wrong.
Oh, I'm not wrong.
Because this is the worst part of the movie.
No, it's not.
By far.
No.
One of the worst parts.
No.
Yes.
Of the 2 openings this film has, this is the stronger one.
I don't agree.
Fun fact, did you know that Warner Brothers told Patty Jenkins she had to cut one of these, but she fought to have both of them in here?
Well, I would have kept the second one. For sure.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. You want to know why I like this opening so much?
The score.
The fucking
Nothing
score.
else. Truly.
It's so good.
I mean, it's cool. The action sequence is nice. The mascara is always nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with the mascara. But there's really no point to it. You know, the beautiful thing about Wonder Woman is that it was a well-sculptured, well-structured movie. Okay? Third act, a little messy.
Zeus creator.
Huh?
Much like Zeus, much like Wonder Woman was when Zeus created her. Well sculpted and well established.
This one, not the same. They didn't have any type of build-up. There wasn't any like, oh, let's go back to mascara. You know, there wasn't. It's not connected. What's the point of this except for her to learn a message that I don't even think a lot of people got in the first place? Also, I just love the fact that they use rope in this movie.
You know why they did this? Because Patty Jenkins wants to make an Amazonian series. Here's your pilot right there.
No, I get that, but here's the thing: is the problem is it just seems so. I don't know.
The only other issue I have with this is that, you know, there's an important moment within Wonder Woman involving Robin Wright's character of her dying, and I feel like seeing her takes a little bit away from the death.
She's gonna be in the TV show. They're gonna make it before she does,
which I'm all for. I'm glad she's coming back to do the show. But the race part.
I mean, the race part was pretty terrifying when I saw it in theaters. I was actually pretty freaking scared.
I was scared for little Diana.
So, you know.
I like little Diana.
I like her better than the other kid actor that's going to be popping up later on in this movie.
Oh, you mean Pedro Pascal's son?
We're not talking spoilers, Zachary. I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
You don't do a great job.
I know you don't do a great job. That's why watching a movie with you is annoying.
But no,
Sometimes.
my ever loving thing about this film, which I haven't told you this before, since we've seen this film, this soundtrack is actively running through my Spotify. Actively.
I am actively not shocked.
I love this score. This is one of Han's best scores he's done for the DCEU, besides Man of Steel.
Which I don't even remember. So,
no. What boggles my mind is that Hans Zimmer got Wonder Woman and Superman so right when it comes to their themes for the DCU but it makes me upset because DC had to resort back to Danny Elfman to do the score again for Batman. And we could have got something epic for Batman in this universe, and instead,
hey, let's be optimistic. The score could be great.
Well, we now know that Danny Elfman is not the scorer for Justice League for Zack Snyder. Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL are doing the score for Justice League for his version. So we'll see what we get. Speaking of Justice League, because it involves his character, 4-hour film, not a miniseries. I'm happy with the decision. Some of the shots in this opening are gorgeous.
I mean, I never said Patty Jenkins was a bad director. I'm just saying she makes some interesting choices as a writer.
Oh, I'm sorry. What don't you like about opening number 1?
There's just no point to it. There's no build-up. We're just thrown into something that doesn't even play into a factor later on, except for a line. This whole 10-minute opening is for a line. And I just find that from a story structure standpoint, from a writer, to be just annoying.
I understand why, and that makes sense. From a structure standpoint, you're absolutely correct. This scene doesn't make any sense. I think this scene would have made more sense if a certain character who shows up at the very, very end of this film showed up here, but she's dead at this time because we see her statue here. I think it would have made more sense seeing her here because of the armor.
I mean, yeah, the armor kind of plays into a factor. I'm just much prefer if we're going to do flashbacks, for instance, there's another scene later on with flashbacks in this movie that I think is handled much more well. It's more organic. A little confusing on Wonder Woman lore, but it's a little more organically placed into the story. And this one is just not organically placed in the story. We're just thrown into something that has a minor, and I mean minor factor.
I think
now, to be honest with you, I think I am by myself when I say this, because I think a lot of people truly do just love the opening of the film. So
I think my biggest issue with Wonder Woman 1984 is this. There are times where a studio will come in and take so much control away from the director or the creative people around that film, and sometimes you'll get a much tighter movie where things were supposed to be cut out were cut out. My problem with 84, and it's much my problem with Birds of Prey as well, is that they gave too much freedom control to both Patty Jenkins and Margot Robbie, respectively. And they gave them too much liberty. Like no one was there saying, why don't you get rid of this? It's not a good idea. And there's a lot to Birds of Prey I think they should have done that for. And there are certain aspects to Wonder Woman 1984 I think they should have done that for. I'm saying all this, and we're getting Zack Snyder's version of Justice League in 2 months, where he has got complete open creative freedom control, and everyone's going apeshit for it. So I don't think it's also on the director's fault. Warner Brothers needs to learn their controlling on how much they give and how much they take.
I just think people need to learn that not all notes are bad. I mean, criticism is there for a reason. Yeah, some people are manipulatively horrible, and that that suck. Also, can we just? Yeah, I will talk about it after it happens. I guess she probably just couldn't go back.
No, she could have. I know what you're talking about. She easily could have come back and hit it and move on. But again, this is that one line moment for the movie going.
That poor horse just looks so sad.
The other thing I like about the opening is that it's shot on location, which this entire thing could have been shot on a green screen. And, we know Zack Snyder's way with special effects. It would have been fine. But the
Even
fact
though
that
his VFX were not part of this.
Huh?
His VFX were not a part of this. We'll talk about later on how maybe, like I said, just a little too much creative control.
And to be, in all honesty, I feel as though both Zack and Deborah should have some kind of say in how her story goes, because Wonder Woman wasn't the first thing we see with Wonder Woman. It was Batman vs Superman. He casted her. It wasn't Patty. And so I feel as though Zack and Deborah have the right to have some kind of input on what happens within her story arc getting to where she goes to in Justice League. Patty didn't care. Patty wanted to do what Patty wanted to do.
We don't know that. We don't.
That's what it feels like. This is not.
Yeah, but he talks really highly about the movie and how he likes the choices that Patty Jenkins made, and we don't want to put words in people's mouths that have never been said.
That's fair, but I could also say to that point, he was also talking to press, and we know how DC does around press. That's all I'll say to that. Look at DC and the press right now; they aren't exactly the kindest of folk. Great callback for the ending. I think the armor stuff.
Yeah, but we didn't need a scene for it to happen.
That's true. There it is. There's your line. Truth.
See, I don't believe that line right there was made for this movie.
No, because it was used for the advertisement for Wonder Woman. The exact line was used for advertisements for Wonder Woman 1.
Is it really?
Yes. The entire basis of advertisement is the world's not ready for you, Diana. For Wonder Woman 1. Oh. That is the entire basis for that role, for that line.
Just because, simply... see, I like this opening much better.
Now, I have to give the movie this much. They nailed the 80s. To a T. So I don't know if that's the detriment or the good thing for this movie. I really don't. This feels like a Christopher Reeve Superman moment. That's why I like this stuff. Is it feels like Christopher Reeve Superman.
It does. It does feel very
And does it help that Superman and Superman 2 came out right at the beginning of the 80s? Absolutely. So now that we're seeing him, how do you feel about Pedro Pascal in this movie?
We'll talk about it at the end. It's too early to talk about it. There's too many things that happen that would be a determining factor.
Do you like the new suit?
It fits the character that they've created for this one.
I think it's too bright, even for this movie.
I don't think it's too bright. I think it fits the character for this one. I think in the first movie it would be like, what are you wearing?
Pretty much. Also, the other thing I have with her is her lasso.
We'll talk about when it's. See, Zach, let's just enjoy the movie, okay? We'll talk about things when they happen. You just want to jump into it like we're doing a review. Which I get. I understand. We're just not there yet, you know? We'll give it a few.
So what do you like about this opening over the other one?
I just think it sets up a great story. Now, a questionably good story. I'll admit it. It's questionably good. Okay? It's
all involving that dumb rock.
It's cartoony enough that I believe it. And also it feels exactly how I thought the movie would feel. The opening, I felt like, did not. Also, I just love Gal Gadot.
I love how that lady's like, I'm going to go home. Never mind, going right back up the way I came. There we go. This is the most genuine, terrifying moment of the entire film. I was genuinely shocked for this kid. The sad part is, this was a regular thing back in the 80s.
Yeah, like, wow. But you know what's bad when even the people you're running around with is like, dude, this is too far.
Yeah, I love the guy on the other side going, why? Yes, we stole a bunch of shit, but put the kid down. I love the old dude with the gray mohawk. He's my favorite part in the opening. He's like,
Unless he agreed.
why did she take out the cameras?
She's so secret.
Would she be, though?
When they talk about her in the news later, they don't know it's her. They don't know what to call her and things, and so she's still trying to keep herself as much a secret as possible.
That's fair. Also, so I can talk about now because we've seen it numerous times. The lasso of truth is never used as a lasso of truth. It's a glorified golden string in this movie that can go really, really far. And I wish it was used for its reason. That's all.
I mean, it's used kind of like this in certain comics.
I agree. Yes.
I think it turning into two is
weird.
It's a bit weird. I'm not going to lie. Where'd that come from? You know,
because I love the comics. Although I love that it's just momentum making her slide across the floor. I love that stuff. That's really cool. And I feel like that's iconic now at Wonder Woman of her doing the slide kick. I love that. I love that little kid.
It was his idea.
You know what I think would have been a cool cameo in this movie? If they would have digitally put in, I know it wouldn't have worked, obviously, because of continuity reasons and not being the same actor, but seeing a digitally put in flying Christopher Reeve Superman going across the sky, it would have fit the timeline of where she's at right now. And
yeah, I would not have liked it.
I would have.
I would have liked some type of DC connection.
Like a young Bruce Wayne.
Something. Give me something. You know, there is nothing.
There's Jack
I also have so many questions that are not answered about these pictures.
Agreed. Because these are famous pictures with famous things happening.
Like, I understand some of them, like where they're at in timeline and things, but then you have other ones that's going to pop up here. Like, is that who Is that his secretary? Is that who that is?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Because everybody asked where his secretary was in the film. That was her cameo. She took a picture as an old lady with Diana for the movie. That was her cameo in the film.
Also, with mentioning Trevor's ranch, which is mentioned several times throughout the film, I would like for it to have a cameo as well. You know, for the runtime, we could have.
What if that's the DC connection? What if Trevor's ranch becomes the Kent farm?
See, look at that. War building, but they're not. So yeah.
That would have been awesome. What if that was it? What if Bruce brought it back and Diane went, I know this deed. It's Trevor. Connected.
No.
Also, do you think Bruce is going to buy back the Kent farm at the end of Justice League in the Snyder Cut? Or is he going to be all dark and brooding about, like, you lost the farm? This has nothing to do with this movie, but that'd be really funny. Oh, that was funny. Oh. And also, I know everyone's major complaint with this film is that this is more of a Diane movie than Wonder Woman. And that's the truth.
That's not my complaint about this film. My complaint is that this is not a Diana, or a Wonder Woman movie. This is how many side characters can we fit in here, and how much plot can we not give her?
No, I agree. But
like, I think it's going to take like an hour of the runtime before we actually even get before she's like a main player again.
And this is crazy to me. This is absolutely crazy because a movie back in 2002 found a way to do side characters and yet still focus on its main character and his doppelganger. And that still to this day is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. That film beautifully illustrates how to do the complexities of both the hero and the person with the hero, but also give each side character a meaningful story that concludes somewhere at the end. This movie
take a shot if you have alcohol, because Zachary has once again referenced Spider-Man 2.
I love that it's a perfect superhero film. There's nothing wrong with Spider-Man 2. Nothing. Absolutely.
All right. We have to watch Spider-Man 2 this year so I can tear it open.
Let's do it. I'm all for it. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I know you're all for it. It's like a candy trail for you.
I love Spider-Man 2. It's the best superhero film, and it's the best Spider-Man movie. This should have been her the entire film.
We'll talk about it later. Don't jump ahead, Zachary.
I know.
Stop it.
I'm trying.
I will mute you, and you'll just be sitting there talking by yourself. Exactly.
Anyway. By the way, do you remember the first picture we got of Kristen Wiig as Minerva is never used in this movie?
Yeah, it is. It's used later on in the movie.
Are you sure?
Yes, when she comes back. We'll get there. I'll point it out for you.
Okay. And I totally believe Kristen Wiig as a scientist because I've seen her both in Ghostbusters and this. So therefore, she pulls this off very, very well.
I love how, literally everyone is rolling their eyes right now as he said, I saw her in Ghostbusters. She's a scientist because she was in Ghostbusters.
I believe she plays the role well because she's had practice with it. There are some actors.
She does a good job. I mean, yeah.
but there are some actors and or actresses that can't pull out the sciencey part very well.
That's accurate. That
Uh-huh.
seems like a direct drag. So who you dragging over there?
I'm not gonna say who.
No. Now I need to know. So who you dragging? Who hurt you?
Oh, I don't know. Uma Thurman and Batman and Robin.
She's not a scientist.
Yes, she is. She's a botanist, and it's a study of
That's
science.
oh my god. Okay. This is very different studies.
Or
These are rocks.
or
those are proper.
Reeve in Batman and Robin, who's a cryogenicist who studies ice and the way it can help us in future hospital in future doctor studies.
Yeah, that's fine. That one we could go with. That one's fine for sure.
Or Jim Carrey in Batman Forever.
Jim Carrey is not a scientist.
Yes, he is in Batman Forever. He works for Wayne Industries, trying to figure out technological ways of using television to get to the minds of people.
No.
Scientist.
No.
Zachary, you can't just keep naming Batman people.
Because they try their damnedest in those films and it just doesn't work.
Zachary, you cannot just keep naming Batman people. I'm sorry, it's just inappropriate of you.
Why?
Because other people play scientists too. Like, what's The Martian is a great scientist film, and yet I understand we're talking about people who suck at scientists, but I'm just saying, like it's the only like he's not everybody just from Batman. Batman, that's it. Batman can go fuck itself. It's basically what Zachary is saying right now.
Not at all.
Batman's cast can go fuck itself. Batman? Well, Batman fucks bats, so he can go fuck a bat.
That is not true. You're a dude who hangs in the cave with a bunch of bats. You fuck bats.
No.
So I was gonna invite some friends over, and we were gonna turn on and off the light just for a little bit. Is it okay?
No. Harley Quinn, guys, go stream Harley Quinn. It's on HBOMax. You're already there. Might as well turn off this and go watch that.
By the way, here's the turning point in the film. In the watch, boom.
It's not happened yet, Zachary. We're not even. What is wrong with you? 10 seconds every single time. It doesn't matter if it's a joke, it's a plot point, whatever the fuck it is. 10 seconds. That shit's happening. See, this is why I feel like I'm 10 seconds behind all the time. Because he's not actually 10 seconds behind me. He's just thinking 10 seconds.
In this movie?
Huh?
How do you feel about the script in this film?
I think in certain aspects of it, perfect. I think in other aspects, could be questionable and should have had Alan Heinberger.
You mean like this conversation going on between Diana and Minerva?
It's growing on me. I've seen this movie
Where
a lot.
they repeat the same thing over and over and over again. My biggest script issue with the film is Minerva. She likes to repeat herself a lot.
That's called nervousness, Zachary. That's called acting.
Wow. Mind blown over there. It's like he's never heard of it before. Anxiety? Have you ever heard of anxiety, Zachary? Zachary?
No answer.
That must mean a no. Glad to know. Nice to meet you. Literally, I don't think he's ever been this silent before in a movie commentary. Each their own.
I know that you're looking at the audience, but I just felt that stare going right at me. And I was perfectly framed of your head going, what?
That man has a battering ring.
Listen, I don't think in the entirety of Batman comics lore and/or history has he created what I would dub at that point the super batarang, to where it would he tosses it and it shoots a guy like 30 feet in the other direction.
Oh my gosh, see, when I was thinking super battering, I was thinking it was the dude. Like, he just played out the Oh, Zachary, that shot. There
I
you
know.
go.
But so we get this
This is that
straight.
shot. Zachary, look at the screen. This is that shot. You missed it. It's okay.
No, let me get this straight. You think what I was dubbing the super batarang was Bruce picking up someone, bending him at a 90-degree angle, and going, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo."
Oh no, I was going way more cartoony where it was in his belt and he just like slowly unpacked it and then he threw it. Like full cartoon.
Is this sir bothering you? Yes, he's 6 feet away. Oh, foo, 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 poo. Not anymore. Mr. Wayne, why do you have that? No reason. Oh, now I kind of want to see that in action.
No, he's just like walking down the street as Batman. Oh no, there's a crime going on. May I use your body? You was you what? Pick him up. Crime has been solved.
Don't worry, Mr. Wayne will give him some money. How you know him? He's a friend.
Those silk pajamas do look awfully comfy though. You know, I gotta give her credit. She is beautiful in this film.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous. Her hair, I
Is
never
on
saw something
point.
more.
Whereas Barbara's slept on a piece of paper.
Yeah, and you know, slowly it just never gets better. There is a
No.
shot later on where it grows like 6 inches for no reason whatsoever. That makes it look prettier, you know? For sure.
Well, as you know, cats grow their fur every other day.
Zachary, I don't know what you're talking about. She's not a cat. We have no idea what she is, what she could be. I do love how it's just like, let's take off the skirt and pull down our shirt. Yep, Migs are hot. There we go. She's one sexy motherfucker. Here's the thing. Kristen Wiig is a sexy motherfucker.
Yes, she is. By the way, that is a scientist, ladies and gentlemen. The guy wearing the white Speedo tux.
Did you just say white Speedo tux?
No.
What exactly? Can you explain to me in great detail? And when I mean in great detail, I expect paragraphs of answers. What exactly is a Speedo tux? Is it like a Speedo and he's like in a little tux on it? Like it's like a tux Speedo? Or is it like a whole bunch of Speedos on a tux?
It's like the thing that Borat wears, except when it goes around his shoulders, there's actual sleeves with a little handkerchief in the middle.
Please excuse me, as I have to. I am obligated by me and everybody else here.
I'll see you guys later.
We have to Google.
Oh no.
Because that deserves a Google.
No, it doesn't.
If I can Google how long does it take for someone to die by suffocation last night, I can Google Speedo tux. Okay. Well, that's just weird.
Is it what I described? Please tell me it's what I described.
very interesting. Like, I can't show it on screen, for like obvious reasons.
For legality reasons, we can't show it on screen.
But there's 2 different versions. Oh my god! Wow. Okay, that was not something I wanted to see today, but I did. Good for Jacob, I guess. So we have the one where it's like a Speedo as as a tux, you know, and then we have the Bow Ride Speedo tux as well. There's 2. Zachary was correct on one of them.
I love how back in the 80s, they were like 19-inch TV. You live the dream. That's a fourth of my mother's television.
Let's get real here. 19 inches can make you live the dream. Everybody took that as a dick joke. When I heard 19 inches, I took it as a dick joke.
Be weird if you didn't. You know, I have to say, I'm enjoying myself because the movie's good. I'm just happy it's working for both of us. My brother has gotten very quiet. Did your movie buffer, Jake?
What?
Did your movie buffer? He looked very sad there for a second.
Oh no, I was just texting.
Must have been a sad text.
It's so sad.
Okay, Jacob, what do you think of Pedro Pascal in this movie?
We're not far enough. Ask me like 2/3 of the way in, then we can start talking about Pedro Pascal. She hasn't really happened for him yet.
What do you think of his acting in the movie? That's all I'm asking, not the character, the acting.
You have to ask me about 2/3 of the way through, and then I can give you some real details. Okay. Right now, it's supplementary. You know, I saw him a lot on Christmas. Like, I mean, a lot. So, I had a lot of things to compare him to be honest.
Did you prefer him in space, or did you prefer him in the 80s?
I actually preferred him in a spaceship, but not with a Baby Yoda.
How to confuse the audience. I prefer him in a spaceship, just not the one you're thinking of. You even got me confused.
My question is how's Emmy's hair on my desk when she's never stepped on my desk?
You bring the hair with you.
I was talking about We Can Be Heroes, by the way, where he plays another dad in space.
Wait. You prefer him?
No, it was a joke.
Okay. Oh, you scared me.
No, definitely his best acting is what we're watching right now. For sure. I think he's stilted in Mandalorian.
That's his character, though.
No, like, I mean, it feels like he came into a booth, was like, I'm only doing one take of these, and that's all I care about, and then he walked out of the booth.
Let me get this straight.
He put up, like, emotion.
Let me get this straight. The scene between him and the green puppet, when he puts when the hand gets put on his face, you don't think the acting's there at all?
I didn't feel zero fucking emotion except angriness. I was so mad the whole time I was watching it. So even if his acting was good, I didn't care because I was so pissed off the whole time. Which is like the definition of the whole episode. So, like, you know, to each their own.
This is not turning into
I am sorry. If you will take off your helmet, go against what your cult believes is true, then you won't go with him? You fucking idiot. Yeah, makes no sense of character. So I can't respect the acting anyways.
Jacob, this is not a Mandalorian season 2 finale review.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, in generalistically
You
speaking,
said a lot there about the Mandalorian.
I have a lot of feelings for a TV show I don't even really like.
I know, and that's the best part. You're like, I'm just in it for the green dude. What the fuck you mean he took his helmet off and didn't go with him?
Just saying. Just saying.
By the way, YouTube, letting you know, not for children.
No, here's the thing. All our videos are not for children. It's not even monetized for children.
If they want to put fucking things on our videos, advertisements and shit, it's not even monetized, so it can be even broadcasted to children on the kids app. And yet you put one F word in the title and it's 18 plus and older. I swear to God. Like, I think in that whole entire video, which is the annoying part of our first podcast, we only say like 2 F words. I'm just like, that is like the least amount of F words I think we've said this whole entire time being on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, I know we can't talk about the child acting, but I mean, it's no Macaulay Culkin. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let me get this straight. In the decades upon decades of child acting in film, you want to compare this kid to Macaulay Culkin?
In Home Alone 1, to be exact.
One might go, this acting is not as superior as Jacob Tremblay in The Room or the children cast of It. No, you go to Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin. That's where you go.
Okay, how is it that they're searching through all of this and they can't find a fucking receipt? They definitely don't live in 2020 because we're all about receipts in 2020. 2021, we're even more about receipts.
So, okay, again, Jacob wasn't lying. Kristen Wiig gets hotter, but her hair has no idea what to do.
No, Kristen Wiig was always hot. I wasn't saying she got hotter, Zachary. I was saying she was always naturally beautiful.
She is, but her hair in this movie is just
I
all
do like
over
her score, though. I think her score is real nice. Oh, yeah? You're going to take it? Good for you. You take it. Yeah, you do that. Oh, my God, there's the goddess.
She looks so
okay, yeah. See, here's the thing. I'm going to say I'm going to love this movie after it's over just because Gal Gadot gave me her presence. For instance, I'm watching LA Finest right now, which is a moderately okay police procedural show. But Gabrielle Union is the prettiest person to ever walk this earth, and I'm thinking it's a masterpiece every episode because of it.
What
the
show?
actress, LA Finest, it's on Netflix. I highly recommend. I think you would enjoy it. There's enough shit going on.
Speaking of badass ladies on really cool shows, did you see the trailer for Queen Latifah's The Equalizer?
I did, and I was just like, what is this? I'll probably watch the pilot.
Same. It's got my attention.
I watched a lot of badass women's pilots in my life. I'll just add another one to the list.
Well, let me ask you a question because it involves this character. Have you ever seen the Adrian Palicki pilot for Wonder Woman for the ABC show?
What?
Have you ever seen the Adrian Palicki pilot for Wonder Woman?
No.
Don't.
Do you know what I did watch the other day? Total side note, means nothing to this whatsoever. And in context of the conversation, like whatsoever. I went back and I rewatched. Yeah, I'm just going to talk to this whole thing because this is annoying. Totally, I just don't think it's in character whatsoever. This is where Barbara Minerva turns into more of a typical character. It just takes away all the goodness that they just tried to set up like 10 minutes ago. I watched the Power Rangers, the adult Power Rangers short film.
Oh, on YouTube?
On YouTube.
Hang on.
All
it is, it's not Power Rangers, it's Power/Rangers. That's how you tell it apart.
Fucking care. I hadn't seen it in years, and I was like, oh my God, wow, we really are just fucking up with life for not making this a movie.
Isn't it good?
I mean, I've seen it before. I saw it when it came out. Like, we all watched it when it came out. It's just been
I
a long
want
time.
James Vanderbeek as a Power Ranger after that. I really, really, really do.
No, I really didn't. That was not something I took away from that. But I did. Here's the thing. We talked about before where the villains of Power Rangers do not make sense with an adult audience. So when the ending happened, I was like, oh, you're here again? I thought you weren't here. I can understand what they're doing, though, with it, making it more adult. But I just, her look, her appearance is just like, you're a child. You're a child act. You're just a child. It's made for children.
Listen, there are certain villains of Power Rangers where I completely get where you're coming from. If you try to put the guy named King Sphinx in an adult film, he would laugh at the movie like that.
I mean, we just seen Rita try to become like an adult, and it just does not work.
Doesn't work.
You need new villains. You need new
And I
villains.
love Rita. Rita is the OG. She always will be and always forever will be. Her and Goldar together are an iconic duo for Power Rangers.
Can we talk about something real fast? We're going to talk about something.
Okay.
He's going to pick this up, okay? He is picking up as we speak right now. Where does he think he's going to store that? They're literally about to have sexual intercourse. Is that going up his ass? Where's that going?
Where most men in the 80s feel like that giant thing should go.
In the woman?
The 80s are weird, Jake. The 80s are weird.
I do like this.
No.
A lot. See,
No.
I enjoy it. No, I enjoy it because it was a nice, subtle nod to something important later on. Like they could have done with the opening. The movie had potential. It squandered it, but it was there. Also, we'll talk about the elephant or the other man in the room here in a minute.
That's a better way of putting it, Jacob. But anyway, back to our obscure Power Ranger conversation. If they really want to do an adult villain for Power Rangers to do an adult series, do Lord Zed. Lord Zed's more terrifying, and if they do him right, he could be a menacing creature that they have to fight throughout the versions of that show. Why is he backing up? What is he picking up? That's my question now. Nah, honey, it's just a guy with his face on it. What'd you grab?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
What'd you grab?
I wanted my friends over here while we watched their movie.
Oh, you grabbed Barbara and Diana?
No! Not right now! Go away! You stupid shit!
I miss
Really
her.
nervous.
Don't call Emmy that.
No, Emmy is sleeping somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. I've not seen her face in a while. It's actually kind of concerning, but it's fine.
Jacob, very politely, excuse yourself from the commentary and go look behind the curtain next to your side.
Look at that. He's so pretty. I'm so mad she has a stand and she doesn't have. Like, all pop figures should come with a stand. I don't care if it costs $2 more. It's worth it. This shit falls down all the time. Like, it does not have the balance of like what they're trying to tell me it does in this movie.
Okay, can we address the other man in the room now?
Yeah, we're gonna give it a little bit. They first have to do other man things, and then we can talk about it for sure. We're just not there.
Are you happy he's in the movie?
That's not what we're gonna be talking about for sure. We're gonna be talking about another thing,
But are you
which
happy?
could be avoidable for so many different ways.
Are you happy that Trevor's in the movie? Yes or no?
Fuck yeah, yeah. And honestly, I think this is probably the best I've ever seen Chris Pine. So,
I think he's
he
better
brought
in
me
the first one.
He brought me to tears in this movie.
I think he's better in the first one.
No, Zachary, I think you're wrong, but that's fine. You're always wrong when it comes to lots of things. So, it's cool. It's not wrong. What? Yeah, no. I think Amazing Spider-Man is better. That's what we just said. Glad we had that conversation.
No, let's all get right here. Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie.
Okay, live action.
Okay. Okay, Spider-Man 2.
Then Spider-Man from Far From Home. And then Spider-Man 2. Hold on.
Incorrect. It goes Spider-Man 2, then Far From Home, and
you're
then
wrong.
the Amazing Duo goes at the very, very bottom of the list. So.
Let me rank them. I'm going to rank them fully as we... actually, can we do it after this? Because they're cute together, and we're just going to watch them. Give us a minute.
Yeah.
When shit starts hitting the fan, we'll talk about Spider-Man again. We're going to put a bookmark in this conversation. I would have been too. Very creepy, Steve. Very creepy. It's like you haven't aged.
Yes, Diana. Look into that man's eyes.
Now he has aged into a different being.
Clearly. Different hair, different face.
Different build, different body. Probably different sexuality depending on how the end of the movie goes. Like, seriously. Like, I was, like, getting some different vibes, even. Which would just be so much wronger. Thank God they were like, he has a gay partner.
Listen, if you're going to give this guy a different body to be in...
No, we'll talk about it in a minute. Nothing bad's happened yet. Outrageous. I mean, we did body snatch someone who's alive, which is questionable at best. But let's wait until they use his penis. And then we can have conversations about body snatching alive people.
No, but if you're going to body snatch somebody, at least body snatch somebody with at least a similar build and similar blonde hair.
You know, at least body snatch the doppelganger that is Chris Pine.
Yeah, I mean, what a shocker that would have been. What? Chris Pine and Chris Pine? Shock to no one.
You look familiar. Why do I look oddly just like super familiar?
This is weird.
No, I do understand it. It's a realistic approach to what they were trying to do with Max. I get it.
Wait. You're saying the realistic approach, the more grounded approach to this scene, is him becoming a rock?
Well, yeah. I mean, in the comics, he's just a telepath. This at least makes it a little interesting.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. It's confusing as fuck until you actually have to put the pieces together. I think it should have came with a manual for like all viewers. But that's besides the point.
Let me get this straight. You think this villain's plot is more confusing than Lex Luthor's plot in Batman vs Superman?
I never said that. I just said it should have came with a manual.
Well, there goes that fridge.
Zachary, are you 10 seconds ahead of me? Or are you just saying things 10 seconds ahead?
No, there was a fridge.
I know there's a fridge because I felt like there was a moment coming there and they didn't do anything with it. I was really disappointed with that one. Okay, so now we can start talking about the elephant or the man in the room. Okay, so there's the thing. So here's the thing with the man in the room. Okay, on one note, I'm so excited. They're so happy. They're so cute together. I just love them. On the other note, we definitely know that's a different man sitting in that bed that they're using his body for. He definitely put his penis inside her the night before. So that's a bit awkward, you know, especially if you didn't use condoms. Like, you don't know what the STDs are here. Like, it could be really bad. She's a god. We get that, but she could still get them. You know, she could have a UTI right now. We don't know. She might need some juice. You just never know. And so I feel like the longevity of the conversation should be at the fact of, like, why are you using another human being's body to have sex with? You know, it just seems really weird. Without consent, you know? Like, it should be a dead person's body. Like, a recently dead person. Actually, to be honest with you, I like the line. That last line that you said, this whole exchange right here, I very much enjoy. And we wouldn't have gotten it with a different scenario.
Look, Jacob, listen. I bet what you just talked about, all the intricacy and detail you just said, is very important to your point about, you know, Steve Trevor being in the wrong guy's body. But as soon as you said UTI, it lost me completely. I'm just being straight with you. Because
We're on two different buildings.
clearly, I was more
point,
going for.
my point being here.
Doppelganger, but you went straight the other way.
My point being here, okay, is the simple fact is that there was like he literally wished him back to life. You know, it could have been like a whole having literally dropped him from the sky. You know, there are so many different angles they could have won here, and yet they went with a live man's body. I mean, and they weren't expecting backlash. It's like in Birds of Prey, it truly was dick photos in the diamond. Like, could you imagine?
I don't know.
I know. It's just like I mean, if you walk away from anything
in this movie, that I would really look at it and go, did they let Patty go? Man, this would be a great idea for the sequel to Wonder Woman.
Yes, 3 years ago, people have leaked it online when the script was making rounds, saying they're doing this with Steve and they're gonna lasso something or the other. I can't spoil that. I'm sorry. We'll get there eventually. They're gonna do these things. And no one was like, okay, that's a red line. Where's the red pen? Give me it over here. Like, is that a Patty Jenkins like thing? It's like Patty Jenkins was like, bitch, yeah, that's a shit. Or is that like a Jess John thing? It's like, bitch, yeah, I'm gonna destroy another thing.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably a combination of both of them.
You know, I'm just saying.
Is this was this Jeff Johns' last movie he worked on for DCEU?
No, he has several others. They're still in the pipeline.
That his
we
name's on.
We now know that the Flash has changed because a certain person and or actor is no longer showing up in that film because Warner Brothers fired him and or don't lie though.
I mean, that was Warner Brothers is making lots of interesting choices over there. Okay.
Yeah. There's gonna be a whole arc in Justice League that's not gonna matter for shit when Justice League.
Either way, back to Wonder Woman. Actually, back to Spider-Man with unbookmark this shit. So it goes in direct order.
Hang on, can you pause real quick? Can we just bookmark this a little bit longer? We have been watching Wonder Woman 1984 for 50 minutes. The first 20 minutes of this conversation was about Wonder Woman 1984. The other 40.
We'll go back over there.
I keep trying to bring up Wonder Woman, and you're like, no, it's not the right time. We'll bring it up later. I've been acting about people's acting.
A lot of things you want to talk about, you can't really talk about until we're much further into the film.
Why?
Because I don't really have an opinion right now. And I don't want to talk spoilers, Zachary, for the final fucking time.
We've talked about Power Rangers. How we feel about Spider-Man.
Also, I didn't really think this one really worked.
Oh, what, the fish out of water with him?
No, the trying on clothes. The fish out of water made me cry. I'm sure it'll probably make me cry again.
But this was weird.
I just didn't like this.
Because, again...
it worked in the trailer. I think this would be something that would have been a great deleted scene.
I feel like this whole scene was built for that one outfit to show back up later, probably.
Zachary, my gosh, we truly can't watch a fucking movie. We can't watch a movie. I can only, from now on, someone in the comments just remind me, be like, you can only watch new movies you've never seen before with your brother. Cool? Cool.
Let's shake on it. Let's shake on it. We're shaking. Okay. Shaking, making.
No, this is my thing. This movie has been out since December 24th.
I don't care.
Sorry.
Hey, is it weird? Is it weird that we have people who like watching movie with us for the first time? No, I don't think it's weird. So is it our fault for when we spoil a whole movie for them because you laughed 10 seconds before Avengers Endgame? I will never get over the
whose fault is it for not time syncing with me? Who told me to move on from time sync?
Okay, well, I think we are time synced, to be honest with you. I think we're pretty good. We're talking about the same things as they happen. What interesting people. The 80s, I tell you, just fully... Like, I think his acting here is just so...
It's so good.
Amazing. how beautiful that is. Okay. We had to excuse him. Goodbye.
I'm back. I'm back.
He's back again. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
My dad woke up and started playing copyright music on his TV that we could very much clearly hear from the background. So I was like, nope.
Well, how to torpedo it again.
This is the best scene with him.
Oh, for sure. We won't talk to this. It's fine. We'll continue.
You would have to pay me so much money to be in that suit and walk around that slow.
I'm just assuming it's just so heavy that they don't have a choice.
All right, buddy, we hired you. How much do I get paid? $3.25 an hour. What do I have to do? Walk around really slow and burn up heat exhaustion. Great.
Whenever it's talking Patty, why do you want this much money? Because I want to recreate this exact thing with this many extras and this many clothing choices. For how long? Oh, for maybe 30 seconds, just to pop it off.
But Patty, the budget's going to go over budget if we continue to do that. It's fine. It's meant for impact for the film. It's
going to make $1 billion anyways, COVID decided not to even let that be a thought, but
You know what's crazy? This was the last one of the last films that was completely shot, filmed, and done before COVID happened. Again, no one asks, where's the random wind coming from? Like, wait a minute, the dead pilot?
Okay, and see here's the first plot hole that pops up, is that you specifically show him grabbing the stone from her without her knowing, and then she just gives it to you? Why was that not a part of the script? Why not tell us that? Why not go to script school? Why not go to film school? And write a script there? Because I'm sure it'll help tremendously. We'll talk about it again later. There's another thing that's going to pop up a little bit later that is just so infuriating from a writer standpoint.
Grogu, what are you doing?
Exactly. What are you doing? When Steve said I liked your pants very much, I thought you said I like your pants very much.
That's what I'm doing, Jacob. I'm talking to him.
Well, hello, Grogu. Grogu's like, no. Okay, back to Spider-Man though. We're in this debacle. I'm gonna answer my question that I had answered earlier. It goes.
Get a key.
It goes. Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man 2. Okay, I'm assuming it's good. I don't really remember it, but we're going to put it there under assumption. Spider-Man Homecoming. Spider-Man 1. Amazing Spider-Man 2. and then Spider-Man 3.
Flip those last two and I agree with your list.
No, Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better than Spider-Man 3. At least you have an enjoyable time while you watch Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I have no enjoyable time.
You did when you saw it. I was there, so I know. Can't lie to me about that one, bitch.
Jacob, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Do you still thoroughly enjoy watching
No.
Spider-Man? Okay.
I do not.
Because I remember a certain someone over there begging me to get Amazing Spider-Man 2 for them because they absolutely adored the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
You know, here's the thing. That someone amazingly adored Andrew Garfield. That someone went in the movie because Andrew Garfield looked very hot in that movie. I don't doubt my younger self for its actions.
I don't doubt my younger self for his actions.
Now I own both Amazing Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man 2 on Blu-ray. So, you know, shit
You're
works.
welcome.
You beg enough, you get it. Just kidding. Don't beg, guys. Begging is very sad and very pathetic. And, you know, that's just the definition.
You're welcome. I gave you my copy of Amazing Spider-Man, and then I.
Okay, but like, let's get real here. Did you really want it?
No, I like the first Amazing Spider-Man film, but then I got Amazing Spider-Man 2 for you from Redbox, and then had to pay for the Redbox movie because we could never find it to take it back.
And then I just happened to, ironically, after he paid for it, find it.
Yeah. Weird.
It's not like I hit it at all.
This is also coming from the same person that really liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I still really like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I still like the sequel. I think they're fun ass films. That will never change. So
the first one's fun.
You know, I like them both. I think they're both equally as good. The second one has some questionable actions in it, but I still enjoy it.
Okay, here's another giant plot hole in this film, to me. They set up this powerful god, this powerful being that they just mentioned, by the way. So there is no spoilers involved with me mentioning this god.
Sure there is.
And they do nothing with this god.
See what I mean? That's the spoiler. See, there was a spoiler there. It just wasn't happening yet. See, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure there's probably a note somewhere on that script being like, this god, is it going to show up in the third act? Is it? And she was like, bitch, no. There ain't going to be no third act.
Listen. I did a god in the third act the last time. It didn't go very well with the audiences, so I'm just going to smack that the other direction. But we found this perfect old actor Patty to do it. No. The last time we did that, it was a bad thing. No.
And you made me do that. And I'm going to tell everybody when this movie comes out that you made me do it. You specifically made me to do that. And everyone's going to know it's you. Which was really questionable on their part. You never start back-mouthing people that paid for your movie until the movie does well. And then you can start back-mouthing everybody. It doesn't really matter.
Well, in Patty's eyes, they got paid in full for going to HBOMax, so therefore she could say whatever she wanted.
That is true, and they got guaranteed a sequel, you know? So that's the problem.
Which,
okay,
really
now be quiet. Oh, wow, we both agreed. We equally agreed. This scene's awesome. Very nice to know. Nice to meet you. How are you doing? Good.
One of the best scenes in the movie.
His eyes. This was amazing in theaters. This scene right here was breathtaking. It hasn't happened yet. It's coming. We're talking ahead.
There's a weird part that you and I both agree on in this scene that they do, but it's a great scene nonetheless.
We'll talk about it, but look at his eyes.
It's gorgeous. It just, they do it so well. And the music.
I just don't care about scores.
I know you don't.
I mean, I much prefer like a Suicide Squad. Give me some songs I can jam out to on my own.
You will never get an emotional impact of a scene going to a song.
Okay,
Score.
Zachary. Okay, you know what? We can't be friends anymore. I'm
Why?
gonna do something that was necessary.
I'm
I
talking
brought you
about
back.
right now. If suddenly,
The right
Ashes
song
moved
would make you
on
cry.
started playing in this scene, it would take away everything from this scene.
The right song would make you cry.
So you're saying Ashes by Celine Dion from Deadpool 2 is the right song for the scene?
I'm just saying Ashes by Celine Dion. If that was not in Deadpool 2, would Deadpool 2 be the same? No. Thank you for
Because it's
turning on
the
the
end
lights.
credits. That's a great music video. I've been watching that a lot recently.
Obviously, since you direct reference it.
Celine, that was fantastic. It's one of the best performances I've ever seen. Thank you so much. Thank you. We need to do it again. Why? When you bring it down to like a 6 or a 5. I only do it at 11. So beat it, Spider-Man. Maybe I should have got in sync.
Okay, guys, we are gonna. All right, so here we go. So let's talk about the invisible elephant in the room. So
This is
here's the
weird.
thing. I enjoy it because you can see some type of VFX happening in her hand, and so I like that. I like the object of it looking like a bubble. Okay, but
You just said it. Show us the coffee cup thing.
maybe you should go back to school and realize that showing versus telling is very different. And you just told me something that would have been amazing to see. Maybe even a better opening. Just saying.
Because this right here
Still
is
very
incredible.
It's very
They
cool, but if
pulled
there was
off,
a setup to it, that would be nice.
they pulled off the invisible jet.
They did. I mean, they really did, though.
This is something that should never work at all.
And they did. And it does.
How freaking dope will it be if the invisible jet shows back up in Justice League?
Who knows? We'll see.
Because, that's how she'll fly around in Justice League.
Zachary, we will talk about it when we get there, okay? I get it. You have an issue. Calm your shit. We still have like 40 more minutes to 50 more minutes before we even think about touching it.
I know.
I feel like that's Chris Pine's orgasm face right there.
We're in a jet!
Oh, I know, honey. You are the jet.
His reaction to her saying 4th of July, like, what's so important about the 4th of July? You didn't see.
You weren't alive for the Fortune July, This
But
was
Miss Burnham,
absolutely fucking gorgeous.
it's so cool.
Like, this will be a moment that I remember going and seeing in theaters. So the movie has that going for it.
Yes.
It doesn't have a lot, but it has that. Like, look how cool that is.
Perfectly captured what Richard Donner captured with the first flight with Superman and Lois. She
And
perfectly captured it.
I think later on, she also perfectly captures a different type of flying.
Yes. But it's never used again.
I mean, yeah, she does it questionably, but I think she does a good job.
No, I mean, yes, she captures flying beautifully once again.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
See that right there? That's on some. You see, that's how you know it's like a good director, though. Like, on a side note, pulling them above the clouds to see the fireworks instead of being inside the fireworks, like showing every angle. Just wish you were that good of a writer as well. Some people cannot do both. And like the writing isn't bad. It's just I just wish it would have more care.
We complain and, talk about all the bad things that superhero films have in them. And to some degree, they all have their rights to have those moments. But as a comic book fan, it is beautiful to see people appreciate, care, and support for this breed of entertainment still like at this extent. And I will always be grateful for that. Whether the movie's bad or good, it's just amazing to see people actually give a shit about this kind of material.
I mean, I've seen some pretty bad superhero movies. Like I sometimes I hunt out the B movie superhero movies. The ones that are bad, but the care that people put into them is impeccable. She wasn't mean about it. She was done. Calm down, dude. Grow a dick.
No, but everybody gives Joel Schumacher so much crap for his 2 Batman films. But whether you give crap to him about those movies or not, like I do not like Batman and Robin at all. But you can just see the care and love that Schumacher put in the set design, costume design, character choice. It all fit with what he wanted to do. Uh-oh. I know what that hand raise means. Pick your words carefully.
Bad card?
Okay, I'm not saying every choice is important, but
I mean, coming from my pouch, my front pouch. You want my card for my front pouch, please, knife?
over the past year, I have really grown to appreciate Batman Forever a lot. Forever's really good.
See, I think this was enough. I don't think what happens later on was necessary.
Nope, I agree.
I think this is
To be
enough.
honest, this is where we left off Barbara Minerva, and we see her again in Wonder Woman 3. I would have been fine. Like, this would have been how her story would have continued.
I mean, I'm okay with the other stuff that's gonna pop up here a little bit later on. I'm talking about the really, really big third act stuff.
No, I agree. And that's what I'm saying is that it should have left her at this. And then we could have gotten to the big third act stuff in the third film.
What's missing from this scene?
I don't know.
His keys. Where did they go? They were there, and then they weren't there.
What are you talking about?
One of the most this movie has some annoying things, and this is a powerful moment. But his keys fall out of his pocket, and the next shot, they're gone. I mean, it even has a sound effect of noise. Be kinder. Kindness gets you everywhere.
And why do we have to go here? There is no real reason to go here. We could have just stayed in the States and been fine.
I kind of get it, but also, with everything going on, I don't really know how necessary it was. And it ended up causing a lot more backlash. And if it wasn't it, then there would be no backlash. You know what I mean?
It wasn't necessary. This entire sequence, although the action scene in this part is awesome, but everything that happens here could have happened with a different guy in the States, and it would have been completely fine. Because you're right, this caused so much controversy in the movie that it did not need.
Bye, Emma.
Oh, you found her?
Come
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother is attempting to pick up the cat.
I was, and then she backed up.
Yeah,
This is true.
I thought you were really struggling there.
I couldn't reach her. Here, come over here. I could probably get you if you're over here. No? Okay. She was very persistent on a no. So far as biting my wrist. So I was just like, okay. Thought maybe you would want to hang out with Jacob for a little bit in my lap and fall, you know? Casual things.
And again, his powers really aren't explained at all.
I mean, I already talked about this, so I mean, it wasn't until right now that you kind of figure out what they are and what it means.
Yeah. But I thought that his power only influenced and affected the person who was asking for the wish.
He grants the wish. This was the wish that he wanted.
Right. So, but how does that give him the right to have his army and shit? Like, that's not explained.
So basically what it does, his power, he grants the wish, and because the wishing stone takes something, this will be a huge thing later on for other characters.
He gets something back in return.
He gets to decide what he takes, because he is the wishing stone.
Well, then that's not explained with either Diana or Barbara. They get the wish. What's he get back in return?
He doesn't get any. Okay, so Barbara and Diana. Barbara, it's explained a little bit later on. I don't want to spoil what gets taken from her. Diana, it's kind of being shown, and it'll be shown even a little bit on in this very scene coming up, what is taken away from her, in order, even to the point where stuff has to happen later on.
But
I'll explain more later. But the stone is what took those things away from them, not him, because he was not the stone yet.
Okay. So now that he is the stone, whenever they grant the wish, he can ask for something in return. Whereas when it was just the stone, they granted the wish, and the stone would take something. Okay.
Yeah, the stone would choose whatever it took.
Yeah. That always bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't come with a manual. Like I said, it should have came with a manual.
Well, didn't Barbara explain it a little bit, and it just wasn't explained well?
I mean, they gave their best impression of like what it should mean, but in reality, it was not a good one.
Okay, how does she change this quick?
It's the cartoony vibe. That's what it is.
Well,
you kind of gotta go with it. You kind of be like,
vibe. I feel it more in the Superman movies when I see him running around in a phone booth and her magically change into her outfit via a car door.
I'm assuming it happened somewhere, maybe in the Linda Carter TV show or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be some reason why it was chosen to be this way, but it was very much chosen for,
God, I love Wonder Woman's theme.
Also, like, I mean, say what you will about Gal Gadot, her face acting is impeccable. So good. Okay, so here's a questionable thing that's about to happen.
You see my rope?
That's impossible. So that's very impossible. That could never happen in any type of real life scenario. Nope. There's no way that lasso of truth grabbed that bullet. I'm sorry, It's impossible. And it really does take you out of the movie a little bit for it.
But this is why I like. See, look at your head. Look at your head. That's what the score's doing. It's making you just go, yeah.
No, the score's just there.
It's epic. They are able to change a guitar string for Batman vs Superman into a full orchestral play with a rock beat to it. It's so dope. Whenever I think of Wonder Woman, I instantly think of the score with her now.
Hi. You ready to come up here now? Now is the time. Did you go eat food? Did you go eat some food? Come on.
He's attempting to pick the cat up again.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Just stay there.
She's going to take up all the screen.
She's here. And she's gone. Just like that.
That was the
She
short
was here.
cameo.
Made an appearance.
Now I'm telling you, now we're looking at you, audience. You let us know every time you see a
Now
commentary
she's
of
giving me
when the
30
white
likes.
furball appears.
What?
Emmy is now the Stan Lee of our commentaries. She'll randomly show up in a cameo.
Now she's giving me glares and she just plopped in front of me. She was like,
Hey, look,
bitch.
she's gliding in the air.
You know what, Zachary? Just shut the fuck up. Okay.
It bothers me.
Good thing that strap's right there. You get to see her coochie. Just like I'm just ignoring everything that comes up. It's not a movie commentary in which Jacob talks about genitalia. Let's get real here. What movie have I not talked about genitalia in?
Very true.
I know it's very true. See the emotion here, like it's just amazing. I think it. And just the thing, they shot that. Sure, it wasn't probably Gal Gadot who was in between those two cars, but somebody was in between those two cars. Okay, too close to comfort. What a bad way to drive. Oh no! The children! Like they did not. Oh, you could have done that before?
Here's my thing. Here's a brilliant idea. Let's shoot a rocket at the kids.
I mean, it's questionable. But that's what we're doing.
How'd you guys get saved? They shot a rocket at us, Mom.
I don't know. Okay, sure, The Lasso has some questionable choices that were made. It's still really cool, though. You know, I like the whole Whippy thing. Maybe it's because I enjoy Catwoman. Maybe it's because I enjoy Spider-Man and things. Okay.
If neither kid shit their pants, I would not be shocked.
If either of those kids were dolls, I would not be shocked. They didn't have joints. I didn't see the joints.
I
Not
think
dolls
they
today,
have
now,
joints. That's your conclusion of them being fake children. They weren't bending their elbows.
They weren't bending their knees like you would. Look at their knees. They're bending down because they're real.
So, yeah, they really were saw a fake dog going.
Also, not to that person, but who does not see moving bullets, shooting guns, and be like, "Kids, come in. Let's play later." You know.
Nope, Mommy, I had to go get the soccer ball, but there's a bunch of cars coming your way. Oh, you'll be fine.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I think it's
Again, questionable decision.
I was gonna make a very, very bad joke, and I decided to keep it to myself.
Proud of you.
Be grateful for that. Hey Zach. Hey Zach.
What? What?
My ghost friend says hi. You see, I like all of this stuff as well. It's building a relationship, and I like where the relationship ends up going and things. It's the evolution, I would say. The off the camera, you don't get to see it because they're all about telling and not showing
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the movie.
Although they are very, very important to show us the pictures of the Rock, but tell us the years of which it occurred. Good job. I find it funny that that Barbara, who lives in Washington, was the second one to get to this place in the next scene. They were first. She didn't give that jet super jets. We are at the hour and a half mark, ladies and gentlemen.
And shit's about to get wild. I mean, from this point forward, things are going to be moving.
But let me put this in perspective for you real quick, Jacob. We're an hour and a half in, correct?
Sure.
An hour and a half in. That's the wrong outfit to go with that.
No, it's the right outfit. She just
No, it's
doesn't have
not.
the coat.
No?
Yeah, she just doesn't have the coat, Zachary. Her coat changes. That's the only difference between this outfit and her next outfit. My gosh.
This is stupid.
But I like this.
No, I don't like this because this is just, hi, I'm plot guy. Here to give you more plot. You want more plot? There's your plot. There you go. I'm done. Bye.
Here's the thing. You
It
know,
could have been organic to find out. It couldn't have just been, here, there's this random guy who has a book with all the secrets of the...
but here's the thing. From a writer's standpoint, this is one of those things, ironically, out of the whole movie, I make sense. Certain characters are simply just put into the story just to move forward the story. I mean, I don't really know if this person's just going to be as trusting to tell about our old ancient history. I feel like they might need to bond a little. You know, I agree with that factor and things for sure. Also,
No, but here's my... This is why it aggravates me. Her and Barbara Minerva work in a historical place where they keep factual historical items in. This book, Barbara could have found where they work.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I just wanted to change scenery, okay? I like it. Move on. I like the setting. I like the urban vibes. I like the alleyway she just walked down. I like her hair, okay? None of those things. That outfit could not have walked into work.
You think the outfit she's worn to work could have walked into their work?
Yes, for sure. Put a lab coat on and call Speedo.
What a callback.
You did. Huh?
What a callback.
Yeah, I wonder if there's lab coat Speedos.
I don't want to
I
know.
wonder what that looks like. We're going to Google it. You know what? You're right. I should Google it on my phone so I can show the screen. I'm glad you thought ahead, Zachary.
Why do they always say his last name? Why can't they just go say, that's what Max said to me? Why doesn't they go, Max Lord?
I mean, if my name was Max Ward and they were just calling me Max, I would be mad too. Okay, that's a pretty badass name. I enjoy it. We respect.
Oh, really? That's crazy. But the fact that you pulled the hinges off your fridge and threw a guy 30 feet, that's normal.
Well, that's why she doesn't want it to be gone.
Why don't you go back to your work and look up more historical facts about the Brock?
Yeah, maybe Zachary. Have you ever thought about this? Here's a fun fact. You know, let's think about this fact, okay? Maybe they don't. They don't have facts about The Rock. Maybe they couldn't procure the facts, you know. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? No, you didn't. So
Poor kid.
my God. I want the mosquito lab coat. You have to see it. Hold on, I'll click on it so we can enlarge the picture. I feel bad for the kid. It's sad. Zachary. Zachary.
Oh,
That's a Speedo lab coat.
see, this is a scene right here that could have been cut.
See, I like this scene.
In this day and age.
I'm surprised it took them that long to challenge his jurisdiction.
This is what I'm wondering. We haven't seen Alistair's mom, so I'm wondering if Alistair is a stepson, maybe. It's just I don't. I'm not trying to be racist or anything. I'm just. I don't feel the fatherly and sonly bond because it's just. I don't know if he's known Alistair a lot. Like I don't know if they just recently got to know each other.
I don't think so. I feel like it is his son because this is obviously under
But you understand what I mean, though, right?
like it's your weekend. That's definitely not a stepchild. A stepchild, like let's say a mom gets married after she's already married, she already has a kid. Then
So he's
hold on.
definitely more of a mom's boy than dad.
No, that's not what I'm saying. And then the person and the new dad, the stepdad or whatever, get divorced. That new stepdad's not going to see that child anymore. They're not going to have a custody war because it's not his biological child. So it has to be his biological child. They must be divorced.
Okay.
Is my best guess.
It is very interesting we never see his mom. I do agree with that.
Because she's mentioned a lot in this movie. And I think it would have added more to the Alistair father-son storyline if we did see his mom while he had this power and he would have asked her for a wish and how that would have affected the relationship between Alistair and him. I think that would have been interesting.
Oh my god. Wow.
What? What?
They just killed a major Batman character.
Like in the comics?
Yeah. Like.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
I don't want to spoil it.
Is it part of the future state stuff?
It's part of Tom King.
Tom King's not writing Batman anymore.
He is. He's writing a Batman in Selena.
Oh. Have you read any of the future state stuff?
No.
The new Batman stuff is really good.
I just sent you an IM. Or a PC.
Holy shit. I'm sorry, baby. Do we have any reason of why?
I can explain more later.
Okay. Wow, that's nuts.
Your hair's so pretty, Diana. See, I feel like the point that they're trying to make here, I think they do a good enough job that they don't need the opening. Let's not talk about him like that. Like he's an object of a fascination.
Diane is such a strong character, and it sucks seeing how they treat her character in this movie in certain aspects.
I don't understand what you mean.
Knowing Diana from comics, from past DCU films, she's not the type of. I understand that it's him, but she's not the kind of character that would not see what was wrong and focus on trying to keep him when knowing what the right to do is.
I think she's just blinded by the fact that the person that she loves, the person that made her whole and happy, is back. So Zachary, they're using the lasso of truth to tell you the truth.
Is this the truth, though? It feels more like a story.
Well, she's showing it.
Yeah,
At
she's
least
going back
they're
in the
showing
past.
it, not telling it.
It's the lasso of truth, not the lasso of the past.
Yeah, you're right.
Again, when was that power established? The lasso can show you the ways of the past, present, and future.
No one ever said present and future. It just said past, okay? If she would have seen the future, maybe she could have predicted doomsday. Oh my god. The third one. The prediction of doomsday. No! Superman!
But see, this also brings up the... Never mind. We'll get to it when we get to it.
There you go. There you go. It only took him an hour and 54 minutes to learn, guys, but he did it. Character development was made with my brother tonight.
This is so stupid. In every way, shape, and form.
What is so stupid?
This scene.
What scene?
This scene right here.
The president scene?
Yes.
I mean, I'm kind of shocked that he got a seat with him.
But this makes the leader of the United States look like a complete idiot, even before he grants the wish.
I mean, I'm not trying to get political here.
I know.
Could you please type in news.com for me? Click on news. I think it's a great portrayal of presidency right now.
Nah, poor Carl.
This is what a callback is, guys. This is what a callback is. You throw in a subtle line here or there, and then you use it. See, this is what makes the script annoying, is that they know what they're doing, but they don't know what they're doing. Why are we showing her the top 10 buses? I mean, I would walk away too if you're just talking about a whole bunch of busts. Look at me taking to my favorite bust. And then let's segue into the closet that's directly across from this bust. Because obviously that got you in the mood. He responds back, I'm just a man, though. The president's in the next room.
That would have been so. I'm actually just the vice president, Derek, sir. The president comes in. What the fuck is going on here? See, this is my that's my thing. So back in Saudi Arabia, he gets the power from the guy, and then commands his army. He tells the president, "I want your power and your command," and then he says, "Tell everybody to leave me alone." And he goes, "Yes, sir." But everybody else's face is like, "What the fuck are you doing? We don't even know who this guy is." So it feels like they're contradicting what they established within the Wish lore.
No, I think they're just not understanding because, like, he's talking to this random person, you know?
Right.
But they're still, as you watch the movie, they will still listen to whatever the president says. So even though they don't agree with it, they're still going to go through. I do love how the movie's like, it's a figure of speech. Like, kind of, yeah, that's kind of what's happening right here, but it's not really what's happening. Like, the movie did not know how to make it happen. You know what I mean? And so, like, this is what we came up with.
All right, ask the truth.
Zachary, get over the fucking lasso. Jesus
Look,
Christ.
there are powers that Wonder Woman has in this film that is never used and or established in any other part of the DCEU. Just clearly in the 80s. But the rest of it?
But here's...
Listen, when is her lasso split in two in BVS?
She's in BVS for like 40 minutes of the movie.
Fine.
10 of those minutes, she's having an action sequence. The first movie you can't even talk about because she's not even well established as a hero yet. We have not actually seen her. Okay, in Justice League, Joss Whedon had control over her. There's nothing cool about her in that movie.
Hey, look, she made a shield out of her lasso.
This does make no sense. I agree. Okay, I get it. This one, bit far-fetched. I even agree. Okay, but hey, it's a cool sequence. It's pretty nice. It looks pretty. I feel like the power. I get that. Like, there's so much power into that. It makes sense. Ooh, damn. That woman just got shot in her bust.
Although I think it's very cool that when she gets shot in the armor, you actually see like the armor getting chipped. I like that a lot. Because in certain things, when they do that with armor, that doesn't show it. I like when they actually show like the battle damage happening on. I think it's cool.
unnecessary slow motion, but
I
okay.
agree. But that's Snyder.
Even though he had no work on this movie, absolutely. He produced it. That's about it.
Of the
Now,
two,
can I hold it up?
of the two-
Here you go. Here's the outfit. Are you welcome? It's the same exact outfit, just different.
of the two Snyders, who do you think has more influence over the Wonder Woman control, Deborah or Zach?
Zach, probably. And they probably both do. I'm assuming it's a mutual.
But who do you think is more? Who do you think has more fun working with the character, Zach or Deborah?
Probably both. Are you saying a male can't have fun playing with
No,
Wonder Woman?
I'm just trying to, Zach really likes working with Superman.
Yeah, but he can like work with more than one character.
So have you heard the rumor going around that Justice League is his 4-hour cut of the film, and that instead of moving on to a Justice League 2, he'll be directing Man of Steel 2?
See, he also has said in interviews that Justice League 1 does not deserve a sequel. He's also talked about how he didn't want to, this is it. This is all he wanted to do, and then he's done. He's moving on from it.
I hope he does. I hope he does Man of Steel. I really want him to.
Honey, how's your hair get lighter and longer? And just because you have darker eyeshadow does not make you look like a badass. But I definitely do like the choreography here. I enjoy it.
But Barbara definitely defies physics in this scene. Like right there.
What did you say?
Nothing. I was just talking to myself.
Okay. No, I need to know now. You gave me that look of like, you don't want to know, but now I do. So say it again. No.
I didn't say anything. I was talking to myself.
I demand. I will go backwards. This is live. I can rewind.
Barbara defies physics a lot in this scene, but I understand why because of her powers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Come on. We're gonna talk about
She
physics
becomes a
and
great
Wonder
fighter
Woman.
too.
That was so cool. Her breaking the gun in half and the smoke coming out of it. What a nice little touch. See, I think this right here
Is where they should have stopped.
is where they should have stopped. I completely agree. Because I think it shows enough of what she could become.
But not enough to where she becomes what she becomes. There's a great fight in the scene. It just hasn't happened yet. Do you hear what I said? There's a great fight in this scene right here. It just hasn't happened yet.
I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm watching.
No, but there is a fight in this. You'll get it, and I'll explain it when we get to it.
That right there?
No,
Okay.
it's what I love about this film, and it's why I like the final confrontation between Pedro and Wonder Woman.
Had a heavy hand what you're trying to say, Zachary.
It's not a fight of fists. It's a fight of words.
I know. Wow, okay. Wow. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna back up. We're just gonna that poor innocent man's body.
I know.
They really just put it through the ringer.
And that's where Barb Minerva should have left us.
I agree. Sorry, I had to bring my clothes.
What are you doing?
I'm relaxing.
You don't look relaxed.
No. Get the fuck off my plane. There's snakes aboard.
What do you wish for? I wish for these motherfucking snakes to get off this motherfucking plane.
Well, if that's what you wish for. I mean, I would too if you put a nuke in front of my face. I mean, when shit hits the fan in this film, shit like hits the fan. Honey, you look like you're dying.
The music is so good in this movie. It's ridiculous.
Her hair is so good in this movie, it's ridiculous. A great life. You're right, the world does need me.
Oh, it's so good.
Bruce is somewhere like, bitch, you will.
You'll fall in love with the Man of Steel and the Dark Knight.
She doesn't fall with the Man of Steel.
She falls in love with the Dark Knight, though.
I know, but you're just like putting her together with everybody.
Her and Superman have a very, very, very long relationship in the comics.
I'm not talking about the comics here, Zachary. We're talking about DCEU.
Do you think Diana and Bruce should have together?
I mean, I would believe it, if I'm being honest. They had great chemistry.
It's the best parts of Justice League is when they're together.
It is. This is true.
The scene between Diana and Bruce after they get back from and where he's getting all the armor up and stuff. It's a great scene.
I feel like you shouldn't know that much about. Oh.
All right. I've brought it up a lot during this movie. I can finally fucking talk about it because it's happening now.
No, wait until it actually happens. It hasn't happened yet. It's a long rope on a side note. That's a very long
That's
rope.
so ridiculous.
It grows with her love.
Okay.
Okay, wait. You can't ruin the scene for me just yet. To the point where I'm actually going to take my headphone out.
Listen, I'm not trying to ruin the scene.
Yeah, you are. Shh. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, it's done. Over with. There we go. Here's your scene. You can talk about it now. What's happened? There have been two films, ladies and gentlemen, set post 1984. One involving where I understand where she can't fly. It's just not established there yet. I understand that. Moving on. She has no reason to fly in Batman vs Superman. However, in Justice League, there is many a scene where you see Diana falling, and she can catch herself if she wants to. There's an infamous scene in Justice League where she falls and gets caught by the Flash with his head between her breasts. She could have floated or flown down and been fine, but for comedic effect, she flew into a guy's face. And I find it very odd that for 3 films, they just now established that she can fly when she can have flown the entire time. I find it odd. It's a continuity issue. That's all. Jacob, may return.
Happy now.
I feel a lot better. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we can talk about it. How did he get his whole office set up within like 2 days? Like, this movie doesn't take place over a very long period of time. I mean, the world literally goes to shit within seconds. You know, if I wish I was famous, I hope I would have put something with that. I wish I was famous for them murder. Gosh, could you imagine being in a fight with like your mom or something, and then you're just like, I wish you were dead, and then boom, like shit.
When did they establish she had super hearing?
She can't actually hear it.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
And what if you're wrong?
Well, yeah, sucks for them. You know what? You know what? Here we go. Because you have asked the question, I'm gonna Google it. Just for you, Zegger. Yeah, Zachary. She has super hearing.
Okay, so this is something we've debated a lot
What?
on whether or not they should have shown it. Do you think they still should have shown something with Barbara?
When that something happens, we can talk about it. Answer that question is a yes. You know, the whole conversation we've had this whole movie. What have they been doing? Telling and not showing. This is pretty cool.
Yeah,
It reminded me of Captain Marvel a lot
yeah.
from Endgame.
I wonder if Patty got the influence for that idea from that scene.
But why did they stop shooting? It wasn't like she's.
Yeah,
They're like, oh no, she's too powerful. Excuse me.
and see, this is where I wish in the ad campaign they wouldn't have used the armor shot so much in the trailer.
What?
I really wish they wouldn't use the armor shots in the trailer so much.
Oh, I don't really care.
Well, it's what DC loves to do. They love to give away the big third acts in their trailers. Batman vs Superman.
One time. Go back and watch Joker. You have no idea what they're building up to unless you know source material. Because we obviously all called that. But
So we can now talk about it. Do you think they should have shown that in seeing it?
yeah, Zachary, I do. We
That
just
was
talked
nothing like
about
her
it.
at all.
No, I know they did a horrible job. I mean, they didn't do a horrible job because it looks better than Cats, but they did a horrible job because it looks something like.
You know, I wonder if Warner Brothers went to Patty and went, "Listen, we just got ridiculed for our cat technology in our film called Cats. We really need to, up our game. What you got for us?" Showed them some concept and went, "It's a little better. We'll take it."
It's I mean, also like almost all the action to this point in the movie was done in the daylight, and yet because they're trying to probably save money or they don't actually really look like how like how she looks, it's not, which I find to be a little bit annoying. I do like the shot coming up though. I think it's really nice. See, I like this shot where you kind of see her.
Yeah.
I think it's really nice.
And I will give Patty Jenkins this much. She directs this scene very well, even though it's in the dark. She does a lot of cutting. She does a lot of cutting in the scene. But it's better than what it could have been. It could have been very choppy, very quick cutting, but instead she lets it linger sometimes on certain shots. And I find that very good.
Ba-bam. Ba-bam. Ah.
grab that wig.
Is it Lester? Is it over? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's not over. We have 21 minutes left.
So again, Mark, do I ask again? Is this a bad? Is it over? Or is it a good? Is it over? And I'll laugh even harder if it's like it's a bad. Is it over?
What?
And here's my other thing.
Sure.
Hang on, not yet. We're not there yet. I'll bring it up when it happens.
Could you imagine having a tail though? Like a side note, like you don't have a tail and then you have a tail. Okay, we see you. Spinning spin. Yep, there's that lasso doing the lasso things.
Okay, they're in the water.
Yes.
Wouldn't what's about to happen kill
No.
Nova?
No.
Why not?
Because of how superhuman they are and stuff, Zachary.
Well, no, I get Diana.
Damn it. She has Diana's powers. She wished to be Diana. She's just happened to be an apex human as well, you know? Which was a questionable choice for sure. So it just like really tires it out, you know? It just makes her very damaged.
Cheetah will look better with the red hair.
Oh my fucking god.
I brought it back full circle, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say it later.
No, this is my third time, and this is Zachary's third time watching.
How many times is this for you, Mr. Lester? Judging by your reaction, it's been a couple times.
It's still really cool though. She looks really cool there. Yeah, say what you love about the movie. I'm still gonna be like Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. It's gonna be the whole time. The review. How was the movie? It was fine, but Gal Gadot though, you know.
Wonder Woman 1984 spoiler review. Gal Gadot looks great.
That's it. That's all I gotta say. Did you like the movie? It was fine. But did you see Gal Gadot? How many times you see Wonder Woman? A lot. Why? Gal Gadot.
Is this the first real canonical sequel to a DCEU movie? Because I wouldn't count Birds of Prey as a sequel to Suicide Squad. This is like the real sequel to
No, I would say Birds of Prey is a sequel to Suicide Squad. Nah, it's more like a spin-off. Then it's bad. And it's bad, then sadly.
Okay. So I'm guessing you didn't like the film there, pal. Which
is fine. I mean, it has a lot of problems we talk about the whole way through. Okay.
Okay. You're about to do something with the lasso of truth. That's weird.
I mean, what's about to happen, I don't really think could happen. You know, I think we're real stretching. And that's just all I gotta say about it. It leads to a very impactful message. My question here. I'm not gonna spoil it yet. It's about to happen.
Okay, Jacob, we are now at the very end of the film. I'm going to ask you one more time. How did you feel about Pedro Pascal in this movie?
I thought he did a very good job. There you go. That's it.
What a build up to that answer. I have been patiently waiting for your response, and I get, he's been good. By the way, Mark Lester, you'd appreciate this more than Jacob would, because I can get the vibe that you and I are definitely a score person. How dope is that they're using the Batman vs Superman score in this scene? How dope is that? If you are a true Batman vs Superman fan, you know exactly where this music's coming from, and it's awesome. Wait a minute. Has this movie just been one giant metaphor for it to actually become the lasso of truth?
Well, there you go, Zachary. You wanted to tell the truth. She's telling the truth. Okay. I mean, if you believe in me that much, I can save the day. You're right. I'll do it. I'll do it. When we go end world hunger and save world peace. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't talking to you. Come on, stop talking. Let me say the line. I wasn't talking to you. There we go. Finally. They're like 9. Yeah, that's impossible. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. There's no way. The wind is too strong. You didn't get that wrapped around his ankle. You know, I like the message. I'll believe in it. I'll do it. But like, out of all the far-fetched things,
Thank you. The fact you even knew what the song was called makes me even like you even more, buddy.
I mean, look at his little Batman. How could you not like? Look at it. So cute.
Yeah, Beautiful Eye. It's my favorite piece of music from any DCU movie.
Don't focus on that. Let's move on. Onward and upward. But here's the problem with Cheetah. Now that they brought Cheetah in, that's how Cheetah has to look going forward.
Yeah, they can't change it.
Which is just so sad.
Yeah, I mean, red hair.
And this is fine. I get why this
Again, the lasso of the past.
This is more for us. I don't really think it's for... He's seeing his truth.
Ooh, I like that. Never mind. That makes us better. Good call, Jake. Proud of you.
That's why he's in pain.
Hey, that's a tamale. You leave him alone. Those are really good. Is that a de-aged Pedro Pascal right there?
I mean, it's a questionably de-aged Pedro Pascal. I mean, it looks better than the de-aged Luke. Wow, you know, here's the thing. I must have really not liked that episode, as I was about to make fun of Mandalorian just once again. And you know,
Excuse me.
yeah, excuse you. You do have a choice. If anybody says I don't have a choice, normally you do have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, wouldn't that little boy run to his mom?
Yeah, right?
It's fine. It is what it is.
But nah. Instead, he's like, I'm going to run to the open road.
Actually, I'm not going to run to the open road. I'm going to go hide in a bush.
How does it get to the bush?
Movie logic, I guess. How are you... Yes, because the roof over my head is going to protect me from the nuke. That's right. Yep, you're correct.
Why does he see his son?
Zachary, I think by this point in the movie, we just gotta go with movie logic, you know?
But it's not established they can see him, though.
But you can't. Maybe his truth is seeing him.
You know what's crazy?
That his truth is power.
I could totally see Jesse Eisenberg as Maxwell Lord and then Pedro Pascal as Lex Luthor. I think the switch makes more sense.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The last of the truth,
Thank you.
see, I don't agree with this, but that's okay. That's okay.
See,
It'll-
I'm not the only one who thinks that.
I don't agree.
What?
It's okay though. I'm wondering how long that person was doing CPR on that one woman. Water, I tell you, always so beautiful. CGI water, they really just knew how to perfect it by 2021, 2020.
So here's my thing. She didn't renounce her wish.
But her
why
wish
did
is not what made her into an Apex player. Her wish made her into Barbara. Or not Barbara, Diana. So he made her into an Apex player. He re-announced his wish, taking away her powers, but she still was going to not age and do all that other stuff because she never re-announced her wish. Because you definitely believe they like telling us and not showing us. So it didn't
and kid come from a bush?
somehow. Who knows? It's okay. Ross
Well,
can get
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question then. Do you think the next time we see Barbara Minerva as Cheetah, she's going to be a human form and not an animal form?
Well, yes, Zachary, I do believe that, yes.
Do you think we'll ever see her in animal form again?
Why, yes, Zachary, I do believe that, yes.
But what if they make a creative choice to not do that?
I think that would be a bad creative choice, and I feel like a lot
I
of people...
agree, but what if they do?
Well, once again, I feel like that's a bad creative choice, and I feel like a lot of people will be mad about that. I feel like whoever does it next time, she should be able to make the wish of being able to create it herself, and so we get this whole customization where it doesn't have to be the same character.
And gives her red hair.
Oh my fucking god, there's been like 7 versions with red hair. Get over it.
But red hair is Cheetah.
Zachary, just because you like redheads and you want to fuck Cheetah, it does not mean she has to be a redhead.
Okay, none of that was established at all during this review or commentary, so no.
It was very much established with your addiction to the red hair.
That's just
No one
Cheetah.
cares that much. No one cares that much. No one cares that much.
Mark, do you think Cheetah should have red hair, yes or no? End this debate.
Do not humor him. Oh my god. Yeah.
So, Jacob, what do you think about this kid's acting?
I just didn't think he was the next McCulkin. Okay. He's not going to be letting no Oscar for it. This,
Did Macaulay Culkin win an Oscar for Home Alone?
He got nominated for a Golden Globe for Home Alone.
That's great. Jacob Tremblay got nominated. Okay, here we go.
I liked
Why?
it. I enjoy it. I
Why
really
do-
like it.
Why do we need a Hallmark ending?
But here's the thing. I think we're all going to know what my next answer is going to be why I enjoy this scene. So let's just whatever. Look how beautiful she... How could you not?
That's great and all, but doesn't this feel tacked on to you at all?
It kind of does. Very slightly. But...
Because the ending shot with her feels more like a continuation shot from the movie. This feels so tacked on for holiday reasons.
Look how beautiful. I don't give a fuck, okay? She is gorgeous.
This looks like a Hallmark scene.
I don't care. And no, it does not. Unless Hallmark have much bigger budgets. Yeah, you're beautiful. You know it. It's good for you to know.
By the way, my name's Thomas Wayne. Nice to meet you.
I also don't particularly enjoy the fact she's talking to the person they body snatched. I feel like it's a little It's a little long because not even 3 days ago she was having sex with that.
3 days ago, Jacob, it's snowing.
Well, now it's been months, but before that, you know what I mean?
It was 4th of July. Now it's Christmas.
Yes, we had we had time.
No, but then we jump back to Wonder Woman and it's back to being the 4th of July.
Hold on, we'll see if that's true. Just give it a second.
Jacob!
Just give it a second. We'll see. I'm sure I could probably find something.
You're going to try.
You know where they're talking about, like if it was like filmed later on.
If it was, it shouldn't have.
I like it. Get the fuck over it. My God. Also, would it be so pretty for her to fly in the snow? Like on a side note. Like that should have been the ending shot. Okay, yeah, this looks a little weird. You're right. Okay.
Thank you. This looks more like the film we just watched.
Okay, maybe here's the thing. Possibly. Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
That day on Christmas, it was like really heavy in the snow. But the next day, real sunny.
They were just filming a 4th of July scene.
No, you're right. You are correct. It's very possible that instead they should have just I don't know, ended with the balloon. You know, she did not need to be flying. And then the continuity errors did. Basically, then you would just feel comfortable with it.
Oh. Okay. Well.
All right, skip forward. The end credit sequence just ended.
You're kidding, right?
No.
I was waiting for it to pop up.
No, literally my screen says special appearance by Linda Carter, the role of Asteria.
Well, let me watch it real quick, then we'll discuss.
I just watched it though.
It's great.
Like, I mean, I literally just watched it. I had to sit through it. Okay. Okay, Emma, tell me how you really feel over there. Do you wonder if it's going to continue to recommend Wonder Woman now that I have watched it?
Oh boy. Okay. I said this in the theater and I said it when we watched the movie at Mom's. I hope they do more with her. I think it'd be really cool to start establishing older actors who played these roles in the different roles in the DCEU. I think it's really cool. Like, I think it'd be cool if Tom Welling came back in some way, shape, or form as some kind of character in Man of Steel. I think that'd be cool. That's just me, though. All right.
That is just you, but that's okay.
You go first with this one.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun time. It did everything it needed to do. Was it a perfect film? No. Did it have many flaws that we talked about to the extreme levels? Well, yes. Fun fact, it is still recommending Wonder Woman 1984 to me. So there you go, HBOMax. But and I like moments in it. I think some of it's like really, really well done. I also think some of it's like really, really poorly done.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a definite mixed bag of a film, in my personal opinion. Will I be watching it again in the next 6 days? No, I will not.
You're done?
I am done. 4 times the charm. I can wait till it comes out on Blu-ray. And then I'll watch it again, probably. Maybe. I'll buy it, but we'll see if I watch it.
now that I've seen it 3 times, and I've finally seen it now again all the way through without it stopping, the flaws for me really stand out. But there are some scenes in this film that I'll always remember seeing in theaters, and there are some performances in this film that truly stand out. However, this is not a Wonder Woman movie at all. Like you said when the commentary started, this is more of a Diana / Wonder Woman being on the side, and the side characters getting more to do in this movie than she does. I mean, it took an hour and a half for us to get to the second action scene of the film with
Which is
Wonder Woman,
fine.
which is fine, yes. But I wanted more with Diana, and there were some certain things to do with Barbara that I just didn't like. And Pedro Pascal, I think, started strong in the film, and by the end of the movie, he lost a little bit for me. But that's just me. Chris Pine is, to me, the standout of the film. I think whenever he is on screen, he maintains, the charm from the original movie, but does the fish out of water being in the 80s very, very well, whether you agree with how they did his character or not. And Gal Gadot Gal Gadot continues to get better in the role with each subsequent film. And I feel as though now that Steve is officially gone, that there's no real worrying about Trevor going into the next one, except for flashbacks maybe of scenes we didn't see in Wonder Woman 1.
Yeah, I mean, there still talks about they're going to try to bring him back. Maybe make him permanently back, instead of...
Flashpoint would be the only way to do it.
And I mean, that was what they were talking about. And how much can they retcon in Flashpoint? I guess a lot. But I think if they were going to do it, they should have figured out a way to do it in this one.
Yeah. Because at this point, I want to see Wonder Woman. I like the line, yeah. But I want to see Wonder Woman stand on her own, like with no Steve Trevor, no one behind her. I just want. It's a lot like Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like with this new iteration of Spider-Man, I want to see Spider-Man stand on his own and not have to worry about anybody standing next to him. I want to see Wonder Woman be Wonder Woman without someone being at her side. I want to see her do her own solo thing. And I feel like they
the thing when people ask about let's see their own solo thing, and then you actually see it, it's nowhere near as good as if they have somebody tagging along with them. I never enjoy it nearly as much. I can move you back over because now I'm looking at the side of you. There we go.
Well, let's rate this bad boy. So we rate. So obviously, if you've seen our commentaries, we rate this. We rate 3 ways.
It is very true. I mean, ultimately, even if you didn't like it, Snyder Cut is coming, and it should please a lot of people.
Hopefully.
I mean, it could be trash. I don't think it's going to be trash, but it could.
It's 4 hours, man. They have a lot to do.
Yeah.
So, Jacob, out of 5, what would you give it?
Oh, we're going to go through each step? Okay. The first one, out of 5, I think this is a 4.
Okay.
A 4. I think that last point was all my problems. Yeah.
3.75.
Oh my god, I guessed it in my head. Great. Okay, continue. All right, Zachary, what grade would you give it?
Solid C+.
See, his numbers never add up, but that's fine. We are going to react to it 4 hours straight. Yeah, that's going to be a Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's the thing. I'm sure there'll probably be like a section in there we might have to pause it to go get like another snack or something, but we're going to react to it 4 hours straight.
You could technically put it in 2 parts.
No. If we're watching the Snyder Cut, we're watching the Snyder Cut, Zachary. We don't back down.
All right.
I'd probably give it like a B.
Okay,
All right.
out of 10.
I'm feeling an 8. Maybe a 7.75.
That's when I'm going with 7.75.
We're weird. Okay.
So all around, we're basically right there in the middle. You know, we both enjoyed it, but we didn't hate it.
I mean, I think I liked it more than he liked it.
Which is crazy because I loved it coming out of the theater.
It is true. You were a pretty big fan. Alrighty, moving forward and onward.
I don't
Movie
want to
commentary.
go forward. I know
What?
what's next.
No,
I feel like I should be first because my birthday was first, but you know.
I lied to you. On Thursday, time pending. We'll let you know when we let you know. On Thursday, we're reacting to Batman vs. Superman, the Ultimate Edition. And yes, I think I might have to bring chocolates with me on this occasion. I think Jacob will be high because I think that's the only way I'm going to make it through this movie. I'm not looking forward to this whatsoever, and so I chose an equally movie that Zachary's not looking forward to that will be happening on the 23rd, which is a Saturday. And
I get off at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
what?
I get off at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, not on Saturday. What about Sunday? What's your Sunday look like?
12 to 10:30.
What's your next week look like?
I will let you know on Friday.
Well, there you go. The next movie after that will be It Chapter 2, as he is putting me through that, and I just really wanted to see the sci-fi comedy that it is. So there we go.
As always, guys, make sure to like, rate, subscribe. Go check us out on any podcasts. Heads up, shout out to all of our Anger and other fans. Thanks for looking at and checking out our podcast. We really appreciate you all. Make sure to go look at us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Make sure to comment, subscribe over here on the channel. And also make sure to check us out on our other channels.
May I ask why this seems very passive-aggressive?
It's not.
It felt very passive-aggressive. Like, that was the vibe I was getting. Like, you were somewhat...
I have to passively aggressively go to the bathroom. That helps.
All right. Well, he's going to sing a little tune, and then we're going to jump the fuck off here. Okay.
All right. But